In this intriguing clip from the Joe Rogan Experience, Joe and Bryan Callen touch on some of today's most controversial and thought-provoking topics. From theories about direct energy weapons and secretive power players to the historical tendency to scapegoat Jewish communities in times of turmoil, the conversation is packed with quick but fascinating insights. They also touch on the shadowy world of Jeffrey Epstein, with Bryan adding a humorous yet skeptical take on the secrecy surrounding his infamous client list and financial dealings. Curious about their thoughts? Watch now and join the discussion.
If you don't believe in direct energy weapons.
Yes, I forgot about those from space. I wonder who's controlling those.
No, they're in Antarctica. Yeah, the Rothschilds.
Yes.
It's a cabal of Jews.
Yes, the invisible circle of Jews. That's what every conspiracy theory always goes right back to that. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
I'm like, all right.
But the Mossad and the IDF and like the influence on politics is pretty well established. Like, there's both things. It's like, no, it's not the Jews aren't the problem in the whole world. No, and when everything goes sideways, people always do start blaming the Jews.
Always.
Did we ever figure out who said that to us? Was it Jordan? What? Was it Jordan who started talking? Where's it Gad Saad who started talking about it's one of the marks of a collapsing society when they start blaming everything on the Jews?
They blame the Black Plague on them. They're like, you guys cover your wells. My thing about that is whenever people go bad on the Jews, I'm always like, yeah. Do you like Hollywood? They invented that.
Yeah.
And improv.
Maybe
and
not,
monotheism.
Maybe that's not good. But then also.
And stainless steel.
Did they
and virtual reality.
Steel?
Yes, and virtual reality.
Listen, they have more. Eastern European Jews have more Nobel Prizes than I think any other ethnic group.
They're incredible.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to.
Incredible group of
and
humans.
Let's just talk about art and everything else. Einstein, Freud. It just goes on and on. So you're going to have
How many
people,
comics? How many comics are Jews?
Oh, my God.
Jesus Christ.
Some of the funniest people of all time.
One of the greatest of all time, Lenny Bruce.
Thank you. Groundbreakers.
The literal starter of this whole thing.
Groundbreakers. Yeah. So I always say that.
Also,
you're going to have very innovative people.
Probably funding Epstein, but also probably running a gigantic blackmail ring where they have control over all the politicians in the country.
I might be doing that too if my survival depended on it.
Especially if you're smart and you're like really good at chess. You're like, I know what to do. These guys like to fuck. Let's set them up. Let's set them up.
What have we ever Has there been any? What is with the list? Here's my theory on the Jeffrey Epstein thing. See what you think.
Oh, I'd love to hear this.
Okay. I think that the people are so powerful that I know in certain cases the lawyers go to the lawyers of these powerful people and they go, "How you doing? Now, we got some evidence that your client, who's a family man and everything else, was banging girls on Jeffrey's Island.
Getting pissed on.
Yeah, whatever it is, bro.
Getting his nuts put in a cinch.
Sure.
Little kids are shitting in his mouth.
Sure. Hey, dude. Hey, hold on. What kind of podcast is this?
Look, they're doing drugs. They're doing drugs. They're taking wild chances.
As I put this shit cigar in my mouth.
These are good cigars, right? Mm-hmm.
Delicious.
Shout out to Foundation Cigars.
Yeah, it's great. But I think what happened was there was a lot of money, and every one of those fucking people got paid off. I think it just went away because there's money. They came to these really rich people, and they were like, "What's your privacy worth? What's your reputation worth? How about 10 million? How about 20?"
Well, this is the whole suspicion as to why the guy who was the CEO of Victoria's Secrets gave Jeffrey Epstein a fucking $60 million mansion in Manhattan.
And controlled his whole estate.
Yeah, and then there was the other guy who was some big CEO who gave him $150 million and had to resign.
Yeah.
A bunch of these guys resigned, money got passed around, and unbelievably, the client list has not been released.
I know.
I mean, he
was very good at laundering money, I guess. And he was also...
Was he even, though? I don't know what he really did. You know, the person do I trust about those things is Eric Weinstein. Another Jew.
Yes,
Another
Eric.
brilliant Jew.
Well, I love Eric. One of my favorite people.
He's amazing.
Yep.
But when I talked to him about it, he actually met Jeffrey Epstein, and he said, and Eric is just way too smart.
Yeah.
You know, he's not a guy that you can fool.
Right. He was like, this is a construct. What's
right
going
away.
on?
That's what he said. He said, this guy's a construct. He said that he had a woman, like a 21-year-old girl that was sitting on his lap, and he kept kind of like nudging his knee up and down to make her tits bounce a little bit. He kept doing that while I was talking to him. He's like, what is this? And he's like, also, this guy does not know what he's talking about when it comes to finances.
Wow.
You know, like Eric's a legitimate genius.
Correct.
You know, a mathematician. You can't lie to him about stuff like that.
Thanks for tuning into this mind-bending conversation on the Joe Rogan Experience. If you enjoyed the discussion, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more unfiltered and eye-opening content. Let us know your thoughts below. What do you think about these theories and the Epstein case? See you next time.